Hello and good morning and welcome to Wednesday, October 4th, which is quite insane time, right? It just continues to carry on. So today's grateful log, a little bit of work stuff, but then not work stuff. So that's progress, right? We're not talking about all work. So number one is, though, related to work. We'll get that out of the way first. Getting closer to having some sense of what the future will look like. So the negotiating or just figuring out what is next part of this resignation that I submitted is continuing. I have yet to actually check email this morning, so I'm not quite sure what their response is. So yesterday I did send over a list of tasks essentially that I would be open to continuing to provide support for on an hourly basis. So not, would not be salaried, would not have the fancy job title that I currently have, things like that, right? Which is what so losing the job title, losing the salary, not having the job was the whole point here. It just changed a little bit when they came back with the counter offer of, would you be open to this? And so it changes things a little bit in my head because it's not going to be this cut off that I had originally been prepared for mentally. But I don't think it's a bad thing. Well, I know it's not a bad thing. Otherwise, I wouldn't be entertaining it. But it might turn into more of a win-win type thing as opposed to the alternative. And I'm cool with the whole aspect of having a very fixed list of things that I do. So essentially being able to, we'll say, log on, do the stuff, and then log off. I will not have to otherwise provide any support throughout the day. It's just, cover these things as they come up, cover these routine things every day, which I already do, and they're very simple, and then away I go. I dig that. That's a pretty yeah. It could be a potentially good arrangement. So, anyways, I sent that list over yesterday. I'll see this morning, I assume, or maybe later today, what they think. So we'll just keep going back and forth, I guess, until we have that finalized. So at any rate, I feel like we're getting closer to having a good sense of what is next. All right. Next up on the grateful log is bike ride with Mozzie last night. Thankfully, excuse me, itchy nose. Thankfully, the weather is been pretty nice the last few days. Beginning with last Saturday, we've had really nice October weather. It's been quite summery a little bit, hitting 80s. So which allows the evening to be a little warmer than it would be otherwise. So, man, you ever get an itchy nose just attack you? So Mozzie and I were able to ride our bikes around the neighborhood yesterday when I arrived, and or after dinner rather. So it was great. I love doing that with him. It's just a fun, awesome activity that we can do together. And then, of course, we did pass football, even though it was dark. So we have to figure out how to do that a little better. But yeah, he loves passing football. And then finally, on the grateful log is jabbering with him and Lindsay around the kitchen table last night, which turned into way past his bedtime. So we do try for like a 9 o'clock bedtime, especially on school nights. But I don't know. It was we just, you know, Lindsay got home from where she was doing her thing, and Maz and I were already at the kitchen table. He was very delayed in getting to the spelling part of his school day, so we were covering that. And then we just, we were all there for about an hour and a half ish, around there, maybe an hour, just talking, laughing, having a good time together. So that was cool. And hello, Lindsay and Mozzie, if you guys end up watching this. So yeah, that's the grateful log. It's all good stuff. Again, it just helps to reflect on stuff that's good, as opposed to, dwelling on stuff that isn't good. We can always do that, but it's good to reflect on the good stuff. I'm going to leave it there for today. at the 5-minute mark, which is pretty impressive for me. Not getting too long-winded. So before I get into whatever else would come into my mind, we're going to end it there. And I hope you have an awesome Wednesday. We will talk tomorrow. See ya.